On the edge of Lake Coeur, past the sandy beach, crews prepare for the centerpiece of Casco Bay to move away.
It was built in 1932, about 4,400 square feet.
Making it the first log cabin built on the lake. Sheriff Rocky Watson never dreamed he'd own a home like this, but when Duane Hagadone put it up for sale, the history buff couldn't resist.
When you see the house, there's just a lot of nice architect about it. It's just a grand old building, and you get excited about preserving a piece of history.
Easier said than done. Watson's property is in nearby Coeur Bay, making the lake the only way to get the home from one site to another. To start, crews cut the home in 2 pieces and over several weeks lifted each section onto steel beams. Using heavy machinery, crews then pushed each piece inch by inch closer to the shore. That's where Duane Hagadone from North Idaho Maritime and a house moving expert from Montana came in.
This is the master suite wing. It's about a third of the house. It weighs about 60 tons and it's sitting on our smaller barge there.
For 2 days, crews from Idaho and Montana carefully loaded the historic house onto separate barges, repositioning each piece several times to keep the barge balanced.
This is probably the most cumbersome. We've hauled a lot of weight before. As a matter of fact, on any one of these barges, they can actually probably take twice the weight that they are now. It's just that you got a real top-heavy, cumbersome load there.
With each piece secure, a tugboat gracefully pushes each section across the lake. Watson and his wife Mary watched closely, taking pictures along the way. The home will be stored at North Idaho Maritime until Watson's property and foundation are ready. Hagadone says moving the home off the barge will be the most challenging because the water is low and the shore is unstable. Watson, however, doesn't mind one bit.
It's just a grand old building that you couldn't duplicate. If you couldn't move it here, you could never duplicate the craftsmanship in that house.
Along Lake Coeur with photographer Tim Olson in Bishop, KXLY4.